nature does not mean just wild plants and such. It is a much more general concept, like how we use it in the term human nature, or it is just the nature of things, right? By this, the term Mother Nature does not mean the mother of wildlife, but the mother of all and being. This has ties back to the mother goddess that is still in the subconscious today, right? So everyone's heard Mother Earth, right? Mother Nature. This is a remnant of the ancient past. I'm gonna call it ancient past, because a majority of it has been lost, right? But in long time past, the mother goddess was the superior. It was the goddess, and the reason for that is because everything is birthed out of the earth, through the earth. The earth births all life, right? And so the earth is the mother of all being, of all, right? Everything that's here on this planet is of the earth. The earth is its mother. And so this is how it was seen, right? But I just, the main thing I really wanted to get into here is that nature is not just, it doesn't just mean like the forest and wild animals, right? That's not like, oh, it's so great to be out in nature, right? What that term really means is like really lost to us, because it doesn't mean to be out in the woods, right? Because what that really means is it's so nice to be out in nature. It's so nice to be out in the natural way of things. It's so nice to be in line with the proper way of things. I don't know how to, I'm trying to say it in a way where I don't use nature, because I'm just using the word to define itself, right? But when you when you say nature, it is saying just the way things behave, the it's just how things are supposed to be. It's proper, in its proper order. And so it's just the natural law, right? It's just the nature of things. It's just natural. That's just what happens, right? That's just how it works. It's just natural. You're a natural, right? You just do it, right? You just have the way, right? It means more than the woods. I've said this probably 3 or 4 times now, but I think that that's so important for people to realize that there is more significance to it, because realistically, the wilderness should not be called, like, the fact that the wilderness is called nature, right? And then when you're in civilization, it's not. That's a problem, because it should all be nature. It should all just be the natural way of things. Why are we not in the natural way of things? Why are we separate from it? Why have we put ourselves in this enclosed space where nature is out there and we are over here? Where is here? It's what kind of structure have we built here that has separated us from the natural way of things, from the way things are supposed to be, from how the world and the universe functions, how reality behaves? How can we possibly think that we are separate? How can we possibly think that out there is nature, and in our safe homes we are cut off from it? That it ends where the tree line ends, nature ends. No, No, it doesn't. And the fact that we think that and we enforce that is a problem. It shows how disconnected we are from just the reality of life. We have denied Mother Nature. We have denied the Mother Goddess. We have said, no, I am not your child. I'm my own man. I don't need you. Right? It's silly, right? Because it's like a kid, right? It's like a toddler saying, I don't need you anymore. I'm a grown-up now. And then they go and sit down at the dinner table and wait for you to feed them. Right? And then after they eat, they go over to the fridge and grab a drink that you bought. Right? Or fill up a glass of water that you pay for. Or go back upstairs and sleep in their bed, in their room, in your house. It's really quite silly, isn't it? They think they're an adult. They're not doing any of the adult stuff, are they? No, it's all still being provided for them. Meanwhile, in their head, they're like, I'm a grown-up now. I'm a big kid. I don't need my parents. I'm a big boy now. I'm a big girl. Like, I can do it all myself. No, you can't. No, you can't. Why? Because you're a little kid. You're a child. You're not supposed to need to do everything yourself. Right? And it's just silly. Because obviously you're not separate from nature. Right? Obviously they're still in your house. They're still under your care. But now they think that they're doing it all themselves. And it's just, if they continue to see it that way, then their behavior gets worse and worse and worse, right? Because over time, they feel entitled to what they're being provided. And they're saying, this is not being provided to me. This is what I deserve. I'm going to take everything that I deserve and I'm going to give you nothing. Why? Because I don't need you. I don't need you. I'm doing it all myself. I don't need your help. They are so oblivious to the fact of how much you are providing to them, how much you're doing for them. Because they've told themselves that they're doing it all, they can do it all, and they will do it all. And then they proceed to not do that. And they proceed to treat you unfairly. And potentially degrade you. And degrade the people around them. Right? And it's shameful. It's pathetic. It's bizarre. Why would you behave that way? That's so ungrateful. Right? And when you look at it from that perspective, right, if you're a parent and you have a child like that, and you think, my kid is so ungrateful, well, maybe turn that around and think about how grateful you've been to the world, right? To your existence, to what you have, right? You did it all yourself, didn't you? No, you built this from the ground up. No, you didn't. Just like your child that thinks, I got all this myself, right? I got all this money, right? They got all that money because they're living in your house, right? You have a house because you're on this planet. We need to bring nature back into our lives. It is not just the woods. It's everything. It always has been. And I think coming to terms with that is a level of maturity that our collective consciousness really needs. And I don't know how to get that across to people, because the reality is that you can't teach the people that don't want to listen. And so Sometimes you got some really just indignant children. But it starts from a young age. And it gets harder and harder to change their minds the older they get. Because the world is how they see it. And once they see it one way, and they've learned that this is the way it should be, and it is, it destroys them to see it any other way. And that's scary. They don't want to do that. You mean to tell me that this whole time I've been struggling? That I've been working night and day, putting in the hours, and I didn't do it all myself? You're saying that I wasn't doing it alone? That I struggled that much, and I wasn't even doing it all? That can't be right. No, I deserved this. I earned this. It was all me. It's a much easier way to see the world. Deniability, right? The delusion. No, I did do it all. No, I deserve this. This is mine. I'm entitled to this. You're not. You never were. And just because you think so doesn't mean it's true. So, peace out.